Today, sir, this is the report and the concept paper of our group with the title Gamifying Classroom Routines and Interactive Games for Developing Kindergarten Self-Help and Behavioral Skills. For the introductions, this presentation explores how gamification can transform ordinary classroom routines into fun learning activities. Knowing that we mostly of our group teaches kindergarten, so our focus is the kindergarten. Our goal is to develop self-help and behavioral skills among kindergarten pupils through interactive games that promote cooperation, discipline, and responsibility. The background of the study. We know that early childhood education builds the foundation for lifelong learning. In the Philippines, many kindergarten pupils struggle with independence and classroom behavior, and that's the biggest problem we mostly encountered. Through gamification, we use points, rewards, and feedbacks. We believe that it will increase motivation through our learners. Just as we quote from CAP 2012 Hamari et al. 2014. For the research gap, the previous studies on gamification focused mostly on academic outcomes through reading, math, and science. Few of the researchers explore the impact on behavioral development. This research fills that gap through examining how gamified routines will improve the self-help and behavioral skills of our Filipino kindergarten pupils. So we are looking forward to focus only on the academic outcomes, but on behavioral development. The focus on teaching kindergarten, their development on behavior. What is the importance of this research? The importance of this research is supports DepEd kindergarten curriculum guide, we believe, and it helps the teachers manage classroom more effectively. Since what if we were holding a lot of kindergartens, like number of pupils in our classroom? So with the help of these strategies, with the help of this research, we'll be able to help the teachers to how she or he can manage classrooms effectively. And it encourages child-centered, play-based learning. So this is the common focus also of the research. And it promotes pupils' motivation, independence, and cooperation. Lastly, it provides data for school improvement and policy developments, which is the very important thing in this research and why this research came to completion. Our research objectives. The research objectives: first, we develop gamified classroom routines for self-help and behavioral skills development. Second is we assess the effectiveness of gamification to assess the effectiveness of gamification among kindergarten pupils. Third, identify changes in independence, cooperation, and discipline. Evaluate sustainability and perceptions of gamification among teachers and pupils. The methodology of the study is like this. The design is a mixed method approach, quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative is really we need some numbers, exact numbers on identifying the effectiveness of this research, and qualitative, of course, the results that involves in this research we did. The participants of the study are the kindergarten learners, kindergarten teachers from selected public schools. The duration of this study, it will last till 8 weeks. Maybe we will be showing you later about the timeline of this study. Data gathering, where the data gathering came from the observation of classroom routines, since mostly of us in the group teaches kindergarten. Among 4 out of 5 in our group teaches kindergarten, so we came up with this kind of study. And of course, the teacher interviews, and we interview teachers, even us. We have this data gathering and the behavioral checklist, which we use from our in our kindergarten checklist, which is the ACD, the behavioral checklist. Then the ethical consideration, parental consent, and school approval. We're really considering this, the consent from the parents and the school, confidentiality and data privacy of the learners, of course, and child protection principles observed. And here's the timeline of the study. Week 1, the orientation. Week 2 will be the baseline observation. Week 3 will be the game design. Week 4 will be the starts of the implementation. Week 5 will be the monitoring. Week 6 will be the mid-evaluation. Week 7 will be the reinforcement. Week 8 will be the post-evaluation. So with this, we believe that with the 8 weeks duration, we'll be able to come up with the good results of this research. What are the expected output? First, the prototype model of gamified classroom routines. We were really imagining the model, a prototype model, on how this gamified classroom routines will come into very useful strategies or routines to be used inside the classroom. Number 2 is the assessment tool for behavioral improvement. At least we can. Number 3, recommendations for teachers and administrators. This is what we really are looking up for. And framework for gamified learning systems. So yun. These are the expected output that we are expecting. Yeah. For the conclusion, gamification enhances motivation, cooperation, and independence among kindergarten pupils. So we are really looking forward, and since most of us really use this inside the classroom while teaching. Turning classroom routines into interactive games creates a positive and engaging learning atmosphere. This is what we are really aiming for, to have interactive games, engaging learning atmosphere among pupils and the teachers. And lastly, this supports evidence-based teaching innovations. For recommendations, we're really hopeful that we will be able to reach teachers, administrators as parts of this program, parts of this research, and other researchers, and us, the learners, of course, the learners, the most important participants of this research. We will be recommending this to teachers who teaches kindergarten, that they will be able to integrate gamified strategies in daily routines. And we find it very, since I told you earlier that 4 among 5 learners, 4 among 5 teachers part in this research are teaching kindergarten. So we are really expecting that we would be able to reach other teachers not only in our district but from other districts also. All teachers teaching public and private, teaching kindergarten, will be able to find this research very effective. And also the administrators, it will really help us. It will help the teachers, of course, and even this instruction while providing trainings on this kind of research. So also as researchers, it will help us expand our study to our learners. Not only to our learners, also to other learners, diba? So also the students, which is a very important participants of this research, where we can be able to evaluate if this research is very effective. So yun. So from, if you are going to ask us questions, which group benefits this study, I could say that it will be both the teachers and the learners. The teacher will be able to find teaching very lightly because this instruction, this type of research will be able to help learners to become very participative, and it will result to positive learning outcomes. So that's it. That is our presentation about our concept paper. I am Heidi Francisco Bellarmino, the presenter, and this is my team. And thank you for listening. God bless.